Hello, my name is Carx82, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I'm just trying to get the next culture dish, or whatever it's called, Petri dish, with that culture, so we can use a different recipe in the biovat. Because the other one is quite a bit of a pain with the tritanium. And you get better ratio if you can do this as well. So we'll look into doing that. So we need at least that. And then maybe think about switching to this recipe. I did set it up for the tier 8 glass. That's Nequadria. And I did give it UV, so I am kind of prepared for that. The question is, how would we get the biocells back in, which we would probably do maybe like a keep in stock kind of thing. But before I get into that, we do need the thing. So that is running. You can look at it. All right. 180 seconds. It is kind of funny that this goes so fast. You can just leave the door open and it doesn't matter. We are going to need to deal with this stuff, though. So the one nice thing, if we do this recipe eventually, we don't have to worry about these unknown crystal shards, because you do need these with the first two recipes, and then you don't have to worry about them after that. Also, you can see the amount of stem cells goes down, so definitely I think you want to do the top tier one. Yeah, because you need stem cells anyway, so we might as well use, you know, these biocells instead. But I'm gonna have to figure out how we want to go about doing that. So I've gotten a bunch of these things. Hopefully this doesn't take too many tries, but I have a feeling it might. All right, there we go. Cross your fingers. No, didn't get it. All right, try again. I just want to do one at a time. I don't want it to like keep running. I thought it took two. Oh, it only takes one. Why did I think it took two? Anyway, next thing we need to worry about is this tea seti seaweed. As we know, you do require this in all three recipes, so I'm going to have to go about getting this. Now, currently I'm just using my extractor setup over here, but I'm thinking we'll probably need a dedicated setup for this, maybe even more than that. And yeah, so I'm going to get another processing factory just solely for seaweed, I think. Now, question is, how do we want to go about getting the seaweed? We could do the seaweed broth recipe. We could do the seaweed princesses. So that is its own kind of thing. But before I do that, I need to set up the seaweed. I'll put it right here. Yeah, that's probably a good place to do it. Like right here. Alright, we are back just crafting up another energy hatch. I didn't actually realize I was still using the wetware. I thought I had switched that over. Maybe I should change that, because I am definitely still crafting up these, and I decided I definitely prefer the mainframes. They're easier at this point. It's just they're easier at this point, even though they use superconductor wires. especially with the component assembly line that we have. It's just much easier. All right, so I think that finished. Yeah, here we go. All right. Oh, real quick, thank you very much to our Patreons. Support is always appreciated. If you'd like to support the channel, there is a link below in the descriptions. Also a link to my Discord if you'd like to join my Discord. All right, so as we can see, I have gone ahead, made a large processing factory, and it's just solely doing seaweed. So we just got a stocking input bus turning seaweed into the T-SETI seaweed. Actually haven't checked. It's been running for a while. I haven't. We're up to 50. I mean, that's barely any, but this will just continue to run. We're not going to be using these circuits a lot. So until we get to that point, I think this is going to be fine. Also crafted up another industrial centrifuge solely for seaweed combs. Again, it's not fast. There's faster ways to do it. But I'm just going to let that run just continuously producing seaweed. And we'll see what we need. Okay, and last I checked, we actually did... This was my... So I could stand here and see the biovet was running. We did get a petri dish. What did we put in here? 32? So it took, what is that, 18? Took us 18 tries to get that. So, not terrible. Not great, though. But that's kind of right around the 7.5%. Alright. I just want to make sure I... this DNA thing. Yeah. I sort of looked at that, because there is a quest line before, and I was kind of confused what the heck this was for. So it's probably locked behind this line. I think it's something to do with... I think it's like... I don't know. I really don't know. It didn't really make much sense. But we're going to have to do that eventually. Is that locked? Oh, I'm curious. Yeah, it's locked behind that quest. I had a feeling it would. Alright. Advanced circuit assembler. I guess I'm going to have to craft that up. We'll just throw it in the... We'll throw it in the thing over there. I guess I can just start getting that up and running. You know what? No. Let me sort this out first. Did we do biocells? We did do a recipe. Oh, right. I was like, why did I do that? I did that in this one. I was going to do it in the other one. I had forgotten I had done that last episode. Yeah, that works. I was thinking about putting it in the one we have over here, but I don't need to. Wait, what? Is that UV? Yeah, we did UV. Just trying to remember what we did. So, we'll pull this out. Put this in. And that is going to change this now. So we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. We don't need this anymore. Question is, how do I forgot. You just click the thing. You don't actually set the amount. Yeah, I think we'll do... I think we'll do that. I do need Nequadria rods, which we actually don't have. And I really need to get a new wireless terminal. I just haven't. Keep saying that probably every episode. Alright. We'll do that. Oh no! Last one. I filled up 2 whole things of it. Alright, I will do that. So this will get us up to the... Uh-oh. Where did it go? Oh no, where did it go? It's going somewhere. Is it in, like... No, I don't even remember what this was for. I don't even think we use this anymore. Where did that Nequadria rug... Oh, there it is. That was weird. It, like, disappeared. Am I blind? I might be blind. I thought it went into a chest or something. Alright. So I did do the fluid detector, and I have it turning this off. I just set it to 2 buckets, because that's what I had in there. So that turned off this hatch as well. But we're going to switch it out. And this could be wrong. I don't know if this is the correct way to do it, but I feel like it is. There we go. I was like, why isn't that going on there? And then... yeah, Infinity Catalyst Dust. And then I guess we'll have to do some sort of crafting thing on the... That goes down to 13. The biocells. I guess if we did... we could just do like biocells in here. A level maintainer 32. I don't know, maybe 64 we'll keep in stock. 32 at a time. Alright, that should craft up something that might take a second to... might take a second to register that. Alright, so that, and then... I need to turn this back on. Yeah. So if we do... let me just do it up to like 4 buckets. That should turn on this conveyor. I haven't actually tested that. It did turn it off, but that should turn that on and turn this on. There it goes. Ooh, that's slow. Oh, that goes through that quick. Holy cow. Yeah, that's not going to work with the way I have that set up. We could do... ooh, that's 180 seconds. I didn't actually realize that. Alright, let's really quick... I need to get rods in there. I don't know what happens if that finishes before. I don't want to lose that stuff, but... we do... maybe that. Oh, that full too. No! I'm running out of room on quite a few of these now. Yeah, the LV conveyor that I have is 1 every 20 seconds, but that only lasts 7 seconds, so... I'll have to sort out, like, the ideal amount. Alright, I just don't want to accidentally void stuff. Here, let's just do like 100. I don't know why I'm being silly with this. We have so much. No. Does it even need to be, like, does it need to be in there when it's running? I don't really know, like, how it checks, but it's, like, continue to run as it's, like, empty, so I don't really know the mechanics of it. But if you don't know, if you do a long rod, you put, it's basically, you put 2 in at once. There are other things you could put in there, but I don't feel like... They don't really feel like it is better. So, 180... It's 180 seconds, they only last... Let me think. Or do some math. 180 seconds and they only last 7 seconds. That's 26. Did that run? Did that actually work? It might have not actually worked. I don't remember if... I don't remember if there was stuff in there already. Alright. I gotta try that again. And let me sort this out. So it's about 26 you need in there. Total. Okay, we are back. Totally forgot that the biocells actually need sterilized biocatalyst medium. And I hadn't hooked this up to the A system yet. So that's why it wasn't crafting up. I just want to get this going before I start pulling stuff out. Also, kind of screwed up the radio hatch amount. So basically, I've switched it back to the rods because the thing that I'm using, and it's only just so we use as little as possible, I'm using an LV module, so it only pulls in every 20 seconds. So I have it pulling in these Nequadria rods, 3 Nequadria rods every 20 seconds, and that is just around 21 seconds worth of fuel. It seems to be like 21 and a half seconds, because as you can see, we're actually increasing the amount the longer it goes. All right, so there we go. That just finished. I didn't realize it was going to go again, but okay, it's going again. I thought it was going to turn off, but I forgot it. Probably had to do this. All right, so that actually produced more than I realized, actually. I thought that was going to be like 4 buckets. I didn't see how much it pulled in. All right, it pulled in 5 buckets. There was 514 in there. Pulled in 5 buckets, so it's making 10 buckets. All right. So 10 buckets. This will have 12 buckets in the end. Yeah, 12 buckets. We'll make... What is that? 3 stacks? All right. Yeah. So 8... Yeah, there's the 12. We had 2 in there, so it made 10 buckets. Yeah. So 8 biocells is 10 buckets. So we're making 40 buckets from 2. Alright, yeah, I like that. That is a... I like that recipe. Okay, I wasn't sure at first. I was like, I don't know. I figured it would be. It's just more efficient than using the other one. uh, especially when you need to make as much as possible with the tea seti seaweed. All right, cool. And then we can see it's keeping half in there. All right, well, that's set up. Cool. I will connect this now. And then we will just slowly increase the amount. I'm not going to do it all at, like, I'm not going to tell it to like fill up this entire thing because the seaweed, we're just not producing it fast enough. So basically it's going to say, oh, we need more. And then it'll start just feeding this fuel, which you actually don't need. Okay, why did that turn off? Oh. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. I didn't think about that. So. Shoot, I probably just voided stuff again. Yeah, because that turned off the thing. But since they're only 7 seconds, we didn't have enough in it to keep it going. Oh, whoops. Yeah, and this is 180 seconds. So that's definitely a little bit of an issue. It's not so much of an issue over with these, because they fill up more. So maybe I should do like 4 or 5. Yeah, so if it looks like if it runs out of fuel, it just doesn't produce anything. I mean, that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna have to adjust that. It's just, we're kind of like learning how I want to do that. I'm sure there's easier ways to do this. But I like trying to not use as much as possible. All right. Did I connect? I did connect that, and it did pull, it pulled 2 buckets out. So it is crafting up. Yeah, it's crafting up biocells. All right, cool. So gone ahead, crafted up all those parts. To be honest, at this point is pretty easy. We have recipes for all that stuff. Also doing a little testing with this. So basically what I need it to do is when we get enough in here, this will continue to run like one more process. And I basically need just to have enough rods in here to get it through that final thing, because once it gets enough in here, it will turn off the conveyor just the way I have set up. And it's just mostly so I waste as little rods as possible. So that's 180 seconds. Obviously these last every 7 seconds. So I only need about max 30 in here. So I'm putting a bit too much in there. As we can see, I have plenty. It's going to turn off. And then, yeah, it would have to keep running. And we'll do that. So 8 is just a bit too much. I'll probably try 7. Maybe even 6 would probably be... I just don't want to waste it, because this stuff is quite... This stuff is quite expensive. And the reason I'm kind of trying to be a little bit careful with the Nequadria is because that is... I mean, that requires its own line. It's not like we just mine that up and then process it. Like, that has to go through that whole kind of process to get Nequadria. So that's not the easiest stuff, but yeah. Right now we're being gated by the seaweed. But, alright. I am happy with that so far. Let's move on. Did I get that ding? I did. Alright. So, what we need to do is upgrade this. We'll do that to that. Don't remember... Oh, I already upgraded that to UV. Cool. Alright, but before we do that, obviously we're going to do this recipe to get the bioprocessor. Then we turn that into, you know, the slicing machine and make an imprint for the cal circuit assembly line. And then we do this recipe. But before we do that, we're going to have to get bioprocessing units. And before we can do that, we can get this. So 2 ways to go about doing this. Obviously, the preferred way which we have everything now. So there is the sterilized biocatalyst medium. So 24 neutronium gets 1 there if you do it. I mean, it's obviously going to, it's like 16 for 8. And it skips this part. Yeah, so we don't want to do that. Look at that, 16 buckets gets you 32 of these. Well, we can skip that if we just do it in here. Sulfuric, iron chloride, neutronium, plate, conductor base. All right. Yeah, factory tier 1, and we have the bio upgrade. We are good. Let me make a recipe for this. I'm pretty sure I don't have a recipe for that though. So gone ahead and set up the recipe. We're just gonna do that one, but I am thinking sooner than later switching to Kevlar. Kevlar is the most efficient plate. Okay, just kidding. Radox polymer, but we're not there yet. I was thinking Kevlar was the best plate. I think we can get it now, but I need to get a whole bunch of bees for it. There is a Kevlar Princess that produces the nuggets. It's not a great ratio, but I don't know, something to think about. There's quite a few bees I would need to get before that, though. All right, so set that up for the regular one. I want to turn this on. So this is going to pull the 4 buckets. I want to make sure this all works. That should turn on after that puts that in, and then the other circuit board should be running over here. Yeah. All right, that was only 6 seconds. Probably because we have the cooling tower on the back. It was pretty quick. All right, cool. So there it goes. And then we should be good with the 7 rods. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter if we waste a little bit, but I don't want to just all of a sudden have no Nequadria. But all right, so that is circuit boards. That, not having to do this recipe makes this way, way easier. All right, moving on. We got more sterilized biocatalyst, UU matter, and IC2 coolant. We need 6 of those. Pretty sure we have recipes for all that. Let's just make a recipe. Oh, that's that. There's the BioWare supercomputer. There's that living solder. So we're not quite there yet. Yeah, I think we have everything here. I do need 6 of these, though. Oh, and I don't have a recipe. I'm assuming I need the processing board. Yeah, neural processing unit. So I'll make one of those, I'll scan it, and we'll get these neuro boards going. I would like to switch the wetware at some point to this, but actually I can craft it up now. Alright, we can get the living crystal chips, and with that we can switch over to SOCs, which means we can get rid of, we won't need to use these Euro boards anymore. Ooh. I don't have it set to UHV though, but it shouldn't be an issue trying to upgrade that. I will have to switch out. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the wetware one. I'll have to switch out the energy hatch. This is only 4 amps. I think I'm just trying to decide what would be the easiest. Probably switching this to 16 amps and use a transformer, because I think only one will be running that. But we'll have to do that because I don't have Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really have our laser engraver set up for... I don't have the laser engraver set up to a fluid. That's like a new... That's a new and exciting thing. Yeah, there's our diamond. Like, where am I gonna put the... where would I... How would I... How am I gonna get the stuff in for the diamond and then a fluid somewhere? I mean, I guess I could... I don't know. I would have to redo that. Or do a separate one. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. Alright, let me get this bio board done, though. Okay, got the thing scanned. And we are crafting up the rest of them. I did do the one just to double check that it was working. Should be. Yep, there we go. They are both running. So, yeah, that really wasn't that bad, to be honest. These bio circuits. I feel like the wetware was actually more complicated. Probably because we already had part of the biolab set up, whereas originally we had to set up the whole thing from scratch. So I already had most of the stuff done. Okay, we do need this, though. So I am just going to make a recipe. I'm going to make a recipe for that. I wish there was a better way to do this. I know it's like... It's super expensive to get you to use the circuit assembly lines, but I don't know. It just feels kind of... It feels bad having to craft up one expensive one. I don't remember if I... Yeah, I did rename it. Alright, cool. Alright, so... There is the 6. There we go. Don't we have those? We do have the red one. Yeah, oh, I guess it's not... We do something to this. We put it back through. CPM. We're at, like... We're at UV, I think, or even UHV. I think we have Emerald. I don't remember if I named... Oh, I did name them. Look at that. I was going to name them something different. Bio. Cool. I was debating whether of naming them by the... Oh my goodness, what am I trying? Like the OR dictionary. So that's like green, lens green, as opposed to naming it by Emerald, because obviously you could do either of them. I don't remember which one we do use. I think I have... Yeah, I named the one yellow, but I didn't do all of them. Like diamond is... Did we rename the diamond one? Maybe we didn't even rename that. Yeah, whoops. We're getting quite a bit. See, that one's named Ordo. Because that is what it matches with that. I don't know. Something to think about. Like lens white would probably be better than Ordo. Alright, cool. And there we go. There it is, crafting up 60 seconds. Is this actually running? Is that a new one? I did see it turn on. Oh, it is running. Okay. So we are auto-crafting those biocells. And we should be good over here. I wish that didn't render so funny. Oh, it just went off. Look at that. Yeah, so you can see we have quite a few rods in there. I'm not going to worry about that too much, though. I've been talking about that for half this episode. Probably because we ran out of seaweed. So we're still not quite there yet. Like, it should have kept running. One more process, but... Alright. Well, I'm glad to see it did kick on, and everything seemed to work. I'm gonna have to... deal with the seaweed. Now, I am gonna turn this into... I'm gonna throw this through the cutting machine. Slicing machine, I guess you call it. Alright. Yeah, it just feels bad doing this. But you gotta do it. Okay, well, with that, we got our first biocircuit. I am gonna have to... Oh, I do have all this stuff, cool. Gonna have to craft up another circuit assembly line. Don't think I have one, do I? I can't remember which one. One of these is a circuit assembly line. Thought I had one. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did have... Oh, well. I thought I had one set for a circuit assembly line, but maybe it's because there were different sizes. I didn't bother with it. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to get the circuit assembly line done for that, and then we need to figure out how we're going to do this. The precision laser engraver with a fluid. So that is a new and exciting thing. But with that, like I said, we can get wetware without having to do the neuro boards, which that is pretty cool. But anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.